Okay, we're back. In this session I wanted to show you a little bit about how to create some add expression to your bass lines. So we're going to use velocity for that. That was our bass line. We'll take the... That's pretty damn good. Oops, bit of a glitch. Okay, so we've got that going. Now, if you look at the bottom here, you can see that I have got these bass notes at different velocities. So basically I've added accents at these points by turning the velocity up. Now you can't hear that if you listen. It's just hammering out 16ths. Now, right click on this one, and or that's control click if you're on a Mac, by the way, to change any of these parameters. So choose velocity, and now play the sequence. I'm exaggerating it now, but you can see in the sequence it's opening the filter on each of those velocity things. So if I'm a bit more subtle with it, we get a groove. A more kind of interesting groove than it was. We could even reverse the velocities or the velocity response to get something else, which is the opposite. As you can see, a lot of this getting the right bass sound is a kind of careful tweakage between certain parameters. Okay, so that's that. Next I wanted to show you that if I switch this, there you go. Now I've done the same thing with this very common synth called Vanguard. I'm sure you know. Oh, bit of a glitch again. So there you go. Who says you can't get a good bass sound out of Vanguard? Now, the important thing when using this is to put the re-trigger button in. Leave the fat controller alone. And single envelope again, I'm using the top one, and this is the amount of envelope depth. And filter, low pass filter at 24 dB. Again, a relationship between the amount of filter depth and the cutoff itself. Notice again, resonance is nil or very low. Sawtooth. I'm actually using this JX, as in Jupiter, saw wave. It works better. Get a real square wave, old school. You've got to be careful with the square waves when using for bass because the fundamental is really strong, the fundamental note, and it's often a lot bassier than you think. And once you get it to your track to the gig and play it out, suddenly you realise that you've got a lot more bass in there than you thought. So bear that in mind. But it sounds good nonetheless. Okay, back to our Zebra. Something I wanted to point out was that one of the reasons that I wouldn't use Vanguard for bass while I have something like this, or indeed something like this, if I can get it up, is because on the Zebra synths, if you see this here, this is a envelope selector. On Quadric, basically that means it's exponential. The decay is exponential and the attack is exponential rather than linear. So that just lends itself to much better bass sounds immediately. You can get away with a linear envelope on bass sounds and that's fine, but you just got more scope and it just sounds kind of rounder if you've got the exponential envelope, which is one of the things that Moogs had, which is one of the reasons why they were famed for their bass sounds, because the envelopes are exponential, so that gives us a certain particular kind of round sound, which is impossible to get with a linear envelope. But on this synth, again, you have the choice. You have the variable slope, the linear, or the quadric, in other words, exponential. So it's another good reason to get hold of a copy of this. Okay, so that's all for now, and I'll see you in the next one.